Welcome to my channel ITSmartTraining. Today we are going to start a very interesting and a very important topic, DNS. So we have to know that at first what is DNS. Then we do the DNS installation process. Okay, so let's start. So before starting DNS, we have to know that the name resolution process. So the name resolutions is basically two types. One is NetBIOS name resolution. Another one is host name resolution. Another one is host name resolution. So these two name resolutions is used to resolve the name. So for the NetBIOS name, it has a file. There is a two process. One is a static process. Another one is dynamic process. In the static, there is a file named lmhosts. lmhost file, and it is located under C, Windows, System 32, drivers, etc. This is the file lmhosts. So this file is used for NetBIOS name resolution. So this is the file. To resolve the NetBIOS name, the process or the service is called wins. Wins is not used in today's day-by-day scenario, and the host name, the static file is hosts. It is located under the same location, that is C, Windows, System 32, drivers, etc. And the dynamic process to resolve the host name is DNS, domain name system. So these name resolutions means we have to resolve the name to an IP address. This is the function of name resolutions. So suppose in my phone, in my mobile phone, there have some contacts. So we saved the number of that particular person with a name to easily memorize them. So DNS is just like that. Actually, in my mobile phone, we can type a number and call that person, or we can type a name and automatically it resolves the number which we previously saved under the phone, and then we call that person. So DNS is actually perform the same thing. It's just translate the host name to an IP address, or a NetBIOS name to an IP address, or vice versa, IP address to host name or NetBIOS name. So these are the dynamic process. So what we will do, in NetBIOS it supports 15 plus 1, total 16 characters supported. We can write the name just within the 15 character, and 16 number character denote the what kind of service is in my systems. So NetBIOS name is use 16 character. On the other hand, the host name use 255 character. Okay, host name use 255 character. We can use a host name. The host name length will be 255 character, and it will resolve by DNS NetBIOS name. For that, if I will give you an example. Go to the my computer properties. Okay, change settings, change. So this is the computer name. Computer name should be a NetBIOS name or a host name. So when the computer name is called NetBIOS name, and when the computer name is called host name, suppose I have a host name that is A B C D E F G H I J K L 1 2 3 4 E F G H 4 5 6 7 5 6 7 8. Okay, how many character? 4 4 8 12 16. So here is 16 character over there. So this total character here is total 16 17 18 19 character is there. So total this the name, you can say this is a host name because this is more than 15 character. But when you click more option, you can view only the 15 characters of the host name. So this is my NetBIOS name. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So it's showing the 15 character of the total name. So this is my NetBIOS name, and this is my host name, right? So in DNS, there is two zones are available. So in DNS, there is two zones over there. One is a forward lookup zone, another one is reverse lookup zone. So the forward lookup zone is used for name to IP translation, and the reverse lookup zone is responsible for IP to name translation, right? So now we perform a small lab, that is DNS installations. So this is my Windows Server 2019 machine. So go to the server manager. So add roles and features. It's loading. Wait few moments to load that. Add roles and features. Next, next, next. DNS. So this is the role. So before installing DNS, the mandatory is to configure IP address inside your DNS server network interface. IPv4 properties follows. Provide an IP address 10.0.1. Preferred DNS also 10.0.0.1. Okay. Now install DNS. Restart if required. Just install. It's take few moments to install. You can verify that the DNS installation is performed successfully. We can open DNS from tools and DNS, or you can go to run DNS mgmt.msc. So this is the DNS console. Here you can see the forward lookup zone and reverse lookup zone. So we can create a forward lookup zone as well as a reverse lookup zone. So before creating the forward lookup zone and reverse lookup zone, we have to know that the installation locations of sorry, I have to know the installation locations. Go to my computer, C drive, C Windows, System 32, DNS. This is the location where the DNS database is stored. So in DNS Manager, you will just create a zone, new zone. Next, there is three types of zone over here: primary, secondary, and stop zone. So later I will elaborate these three zones and the differences about three zones. So by default we create the DNS record, that is a primary zone. It is a read-write copy of DNS database. So just next, zone name is abc.com. Next, see, the DNS database file name is the domain name .dns. .dns is the extension of the database of DNS. Next, select allow both secure and non-secure dynamic updates, because dynamic update of resource records are accepted from any client machines. Okay, so this option is just not This option is a sufficient security vulnerability because updates can be accepted from untrusted sources. So this is not a recommended way. Or you can select do not allow dynamic updates. Dynamic updates or resource records are not accepted from any zone. So the zone update will not automatically update. We have to update it manually. So I just select allow both secure non-secure dynamic updates. Next and finish. See, the abc.com domain is created. Okay, so also you can see that the abc.com DNS is created over here also. So this is the database file. Now I just create a reverse lookup zone, new zone. Next, this is also a primary zone. IP version 4. If you have IP version 6, you can select this option. I select IP version 4 reverse lookup zone. I just type the first 3 octet of an IP address. So you can check that the name is taken 0.0.10. This is taken reverse from right side to left, in ARPA. So this is the database file name, or you can customize the reverse lookup zone name. Okay, just next. This is the name. This is the name. This is the extension. Next, allow both secure non-secure dynamic update and finish. Okay, it's done. So here you can see that some records are created. These are the DNS records. This is SOA records, that is called a start of authority record. It maintains the DNS database update file, the update interval, TTL value, etc. And this is the name server record. Let's just point out the DNS server. Okay, so after configuring these zones, DNS zones, we have to configure the DNS suffix. Change. I just changed the name of the DNS is test. Okay, and the domain name is abc. Sorry. I have to change over here. abc.com. This is the DNS suffix. Okay. Okay, close. Just restart the system. After restarting, after restart this machine, you can see that there is another record is appear in forward lookup zone, that is a host name, host record, that is denoted by A. On the other side, the reverse lookup zone, you can see that the another record that is called PTR record, pointer record. Host record is resolve name to IP, and the reverse lookup zone is used. The PTR record is used for IP to name translation. The machine is started. So go to run. DNS mgmt.msc. You can see that my computer name is also changed. So So this is my forward lookup zone. You can see another record, as I told you, is created. That is a record that is called host record, which is responsible to name to IP resolutions. Another is PTR record, which is responsible to IP to name resolution. Okay. So you can see that this is my FQDN, fully qualified domain name, taste.abc.com. So now how to check my DNS is working or not? Go to CMD, type NS double NS lookup. Okay, type abc.com. See, abc.com is resolved. Type test.abc.com. It is also resolved. Type an IP address. It is also resolved. So my DNS is working fine. If you like my videos, please subscribe my channel and share my videos. Thank you. See you on next videos.